And we start with a story we've been following for months. A dog finds human bones over several months. And just yesterday, the Jefferson County coroner identifies the remains as a missing 25-year-old man. Good evening, I'm Muriel Bailey. Now tonight we're learning more about who Curtis Taylor Jr. was. Not just a name in an investigation, but a young man loved by those who knew him. Taylor's remains were identified earlier this year after a neighborhood dog repeatedly brought home bones, sparking a long and emotional investigation now ruled a homicide. Now, in an exclusive interview, our ABC 3340's Gracie Johnson sat down with the woman who worked closely with Taylor and has been searching for answers since his disappearance in February of 2024. Gracie?
Muriel, before investigators pieced together that Curtis Taylor Jr. was at the center of a homicide investigation, there was a community that knew exactly who he was. A visually impaired young man who grew up at the Alabama Institute for Deaf and Blind. His former substitute teacher and social worker, Tabitha Royal, says Curtis always left an impression.
Curtis is a big teddy bear. Then and even now, I cannot talk to anybody that does not love Curtis.
Curtis Taylor Jr. graduated from the Alabama Institute for Deaf and Blind in 2017 and later moved back home with family. Tabitha Royal says he stayed in close touch with the school community until early 2024, when his sudden silence was the first sign something was wrong.
Within weeks to at least a month, when he had not contacted anybody from our school, that's when I knew something bad had happened.
Curtis was last seen alive by family on February 6, 2024 at their home in the 1300 block of 5th Place Northwest in Center Point. 2 weeks later, he was reported missing. 6 months after that, on August 20th, 2024, a neighbor's dog brought home a human skull. The same dog returned later in December 2024 with a left tibia bone, and another bone was brought home by the dog in April 2025. Eventually, in August 2025, the dog brought home a fourth bone discovery, and investigators then located a larger collection of skeletal remains in a wooded area at the rear of the Taylor family's property. This same family residence is where Curtis lived and is located across the street from the property where the dog lived, who located the skeletal remains.
To know that literally this young man that I have known and watched and that so many people love, his remains were brought up by a dog, and that a dog had been, and of course, chewing on this young man, it broke my soul.
For Royal, who watched Curtis grow up, the hardest part has been trying to understand why anyone would hurt someone she says never harmed anyone.
Never would I hang out with anybody that was going to hurt somebody. He wouldn't have hurt anybody. So that's what's made this so hard, is because who would have wanted to hurt Curtis?
Through grief, she says her faith tells her Curtis is safe, and her hope is that someone will come forward to help finish the story they've all been waiting to hear.
God's got Curtis, and he's going to take care of all this. And just anybody that knows something, don't be afraid to just stand up for Curtis, please, because Curtis would have stood up for you.
Anyone with information about Curtis's death is urged to reach out to the Jefferson County Sheriff's Office. Muriel.